When people talk about loneliness, they imagine something obvious, like someone with no friends, no partner, nobody to talk to. But that's not actually the loneliness that most people experience. Kind of loneliness everyone is feeling day to day is a lot quieter than that. Because you can be surrounded by people, you can talk to people every day, you can be texting with someone constantly, you can be texting with multiple people constantly. But a tough question to ask is, do those people actually know the real you? Because I would suspect the answer is likely no. The loneliness of today is not like it was in the past. This is where your life is full of interaction, coworkers, social media, conversations, but absolutely none of it is actually meaningful. Yeah, you're connected to people constantly, but you're not actually understood. You're not actually seen. This is why people feel lonely, but they can't actually describe why. Because from the outside, it doesn't look like they're lonely, yet apparently we're going through a loneliness epidemic. The problem is that most modern interaction stays on the surface. You talk about work, talk about your plans, you talk about whatever random thing happened that day, but you don't actually get to go deep. You don't get to talk about what you're worried about. Those thoughts that you don't say out loud, you don't get to say them. Nobody actually knows you. You keep a part of yourself hidden, and so does everybody else. So yeah, conversations are happening constantly, but nobody actually understands one another or sees one another. Realistically, you curate yourself. You wear a mask. And you show people only what you want to show them. Everyone does this because nowadays everyone is extremely guarded. Everyone is aware that what they say can be filmed, screenshotted, and I'm not a political person by any means, but we live in a politically correct environment. So saying the wrong thing can cost you your job and livelihood, or even if it's not that serious, you can just be in for some public embarrassment if you're around the wrong person at the wrong time and they record you saying something dumb. Of course, yeah, you got to curate yourself. You got to wear the mask. And the thing is, you're not just doing it at work like you may think. You're probably doing it mostly everywhere. You show people the version of you that's safe, that can't be misunderstood, that can't be rejected. But what ends up happening, everyone wears the mask, everyone is curating themselves, so everyone is playing the game carefully. Words are chosen carefully, emotions are chosen carefully. So when everything is filtered like that, of course you're not going to get to go that deep. But yeah, now you can talk constantly. You can message someone all day. You can scroll through their lives. You know what everyone is doing. Sometimes you even know exactly where they're at right that moment. If you actually think about it, like really sit down and think about it, the connection we have today is informational. Updates, photos, messages. You're not feeling presence of the other person. You're not seeing them and they're not seeing you at a deeper level. It's all simply informational. And then ironically, this makes the loneliness worse because you start wondering if it's just you because you look at everyone else and ironically, they're doing the exact same thing that you're doing, but you just think that it has to be different for them. The weird thing about this is people just don't talk about it. And then if you say you're lonely, for example, most people automatically start judging you and assuming something is wrong with you, like that you have no friends, no social life. But like I said earlier, this is a different type of loneliness because you can live a totally normal life and it can still exist within your life. You can have a job, relationships, the friend group, you can be surrounded by people. But all you know is that something's missing and something feels off. If you were to ask me what I think is missing, I would say it's depth. The weirdest part about all of this, millions of people are experiencing this at the same time. There's a reason they call it the loneliness epidemic. Everyone is experiencing this individually, and they're all assuming they're the only ones who must feel this way. So yeah, the world is technically more connected than before, but at the exact same time, it's more emotionally distant than it's ever been as well. I wish I could tell you I have a solution to this, but I think we're all just in the same boat. And unfortunately, I think we're gonna keep feeling this way for a long time. And the realest you're gonna see people get is when they record themselves crying on TikTok or something. But other than that, I think we're kind of screwed. Anyways, I'm out. Peace.